This evening, we bring you to the play The Great Gatsby, Dinner at the Buchanans. Gina Donardi as Nick Carraway, Alexi Rardy as Jordan Baker, Olivia as Daisy Buchanan, and Angie as Tom Buchanan.
Yes, things went from bad to worse until finally he had to give up his position.
I love to see you at my table, Nick. You remind me of a rose, an absolute rose, doesn't he?
An absolute rose?
This Mr. Gatsby you spoke of is my neighbor.
Don't talk. I want to hear what happens.
Is something happening?
You mean to say you don't know? I thought everybody knew.
I don't.
Why, Tom's got some woman in New York.
Got some woman?
She might have the decency not to telephone him at dinner, don't you think? And now we will take a short commercial break.
Pepsi Cola, it's the spot. 12 full ounces, that's a lot. Twice as much for a nickel too. Pepsi Cola is the drink for you. Nickel, 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 nickel.
It couldn't be helped. I looked outdoors for a minute, and it's very romantic outdoors. There's a bird on the lawn that I think must be a nightingale that came over on the Cunard or White Star Line. He's singing away. It's very romantic, isn't it, Tom?
Very romantic. If it's light enough after dinner, I want to take you to the stables.
We don't know each other very well, Nick. Even if we are cousins, you didn't come to my wedding.
I wasn't back from the war.
That's true. Well, I've had a very bad time, Nick, and I'm pretty cynical about everything.
I suppose she talks and eats and everything.
Oh, yes. Nick, let me tell you what I said when she was born. Would you like to hear?
Very much.
I'll show you how I've gotten to feel about things. Well, she was less than an hour old, and Tom was God knows where. I woke up out of the ether with an utterly abandoned feeling and asked the nurse right away if it was a boy or a girl. She told me it was a girl, and I turned my head away and wept. All right, I said, I'm glad it's a girl. I hope she'll be a fool. That's the best thing a girl can be in this world, a beautiful little fool. You see, I think everything's terrible anyhow. Everybody thinks so. The most advanced people. And I know. I've been everywhere and seen everything and done everything. Sophisticated. God, I'm sophisticated.
To be continued in our very next issue. 10 o'clock, time for this good girl to go to bed.
Jordan's going to play in a tournament tomorrow, over at Westchester.
Oh, you're Jordan Baker?
Good night. Wake me at 8, won't you?
If you'll get up.
I will. Good night, Mr. Carraway. See you anon.
Of course you will, and I think I'll arrange the marriage. Come on over, Nick, and I'll sort of, fling you two together, lock you up accidentally in the linen closet and push you into the sea in a boat and all that sort of thing.
Good night. I haven't heard a word.
Girl, she oughtn't let her run around the country this way.
Who oughtn't to?
Her family.
Her family is one aunt, about 1,000 years old. Besides, Nick's going to look after her, aren't you, Nick? She's going to spend lots of weekends out here this summer. I think the home influence will be very good for her.
Is she from New York?
From Louisville. Our white girlhood was passed together there. Our beautiful white...
Did you give Nick a little heart-to-heart on the veranda?
Did I?
I can't seem to remember, but I think we talked about the Nordic race. Yes, I'm pretty sure we did. It sort of crept up on us, and first thing you know...
Don't believe everything you hear, Nick.
Wait, I forgot to ask you something, and it's important. We heard you were engaged to a girl out west.
That's right, we heard that you were engaged.
It's libel. I'm too poor.
But we heard it. We heard it from 3 people, so it must be true.
This play has been brought to you by Pepsi. Thank you for tuning in.